Hello and welcome to my starter's guide to Sun Wukong. Perfect for any player looking to pick him up for the first time, it will contain everything you need to know to play him, including a rundown of his abilities, some builds, and some playing tips. Wukong is a nice safe warrior with good mobility and survivability. He is a strong early game lane bully and can output good amounts of damage and has good CC for a warrior. He's fun to pick up and play, and he's not too difficult to master, perfect for newer players. Sun Wukong's passive is that when his health is below 50%, he gains plus 10 power, plus 2 for each level he is, and plus 10 protections, plus 1 protection for each level that he is. This lasts for 12 seconds, even if he is healed back above 50% health. His first ability is just a simple attack that does damage in a line in front of Sun Wukong. It does 30% bonus damage to minions, making it perfect for wave clear. His second ability is another damaging attack, but this time in a circle around him. This attack also slows both movement speed and attack speed of the enemy for 2 seconds. His third ability is 3 abilities in one. Wukong changes into one of 3 animal forms depending on where the cursor is when you cast the ability. Form 1 is an eagle, which flies quickly forward, immune to slows and roots, perfect for escaping or chasing down an enemy. Form 2 is a tiger, which charges forward and stops on the first enemy or minion hit, stunning them and doing a good amount of damage. This form is perfect for engaging or pinning down an enemy in place for allies. The final form is a bull, which charges forward and does damage and knocks up all enemies hit. While in this form, Wukong is immune to slows, roots and knockups. Finally, we have Sun Wukong's ultimate, which after a small channel time has Wukong jump into the sky. While he's in the sky, Wukong is invisible and recovers 5% of his maximum health per second, for a maximum of 25%. When jumping, Wukong leaves behind a clone of himself that will attack nearby gods and structures. This clone has the same health and protections as Wukong, but only does 50% of his damage. If the clone is killed, Wukong stops being invisible in the sky. When Wukong's in the sky, he can jump down into an area which does damage. When channeling, Wukong is CC immune during the startup, so you can use it to escape hard crowd controls. While no true combos exist for Wukong, you can land your stun in tiger form and then follow up with your 2 other damaging abilities with an auto cancel in between, for a good amount of damage output on squishier gods. Next up is a quick rundown of his strengths and weaknesses. So Wukong has good mobility and a good escape through his ultimate. He's got good safe damage, poke from his ranged attacks, and good wave clear because all of his abilities can hit the entire wave. He also has a good kill setup through his tiger form. Wukong actually doesn't have any glaring weaknesses. Apart from an early weak laning phase compared to some other warriors, he's a pretty safe pick. Due to all of Wukong's abilities being damaging abilities, you can go a little bit more offensive on him than some other warriors and solo laners. It also means he can be played in the jungle role, but for the purposes of this guide, we'll stick to him being played as a warrior solo laner. He's great at winning his 1v1s, so therefore you want to build into protections and health and a bit of power too. Remember that his ultimate's heal works off percentage health, so building health items increases your sustainability twofold. Any items that improve 2 of these key stats is going to be a good item for him. Remember that items and metas change, but here you can see my current item recommendations for him at the start of Season 8, as well as some example builds. Wukong's playstyle revolves around being a constant distraction for the enemy team. His abilities, while never being able to one-shot an enemy, will do enough damage for them to not be able to ignore you. Be a presence, be an annoyance, and act as peel and setup for your allies. That tiger form can both save and take a life. When laning, he can do safe poke damage with his first ability, and as previously mentioned, he can hit all of the wave with 3 of his abilities, meaning that once you have all 3 online, you can begin to outclear and bully your lane. In teamfights, he can set up kills with his tiger form and slow from the spin attack. He can also do massive interruptions with the knockup from his bull form. Remember that if you have built more damaging than other warriors, you won't be able to tank quite as much as some others, but this is where your ultimate can come into play. Use it when mid to low on health and allow your clone to take a bit of damage for you, and then return to the fight with a bang after healing up. Wukong's high mobility is also great for chasing down fleeing enemies, as well as rotating over to your mid laner, so keep that in mind. So that pretty much sums him up. The more you play, you'll see how safe and fun he can be, so go out there and enjoy. I hope this guide's helped. If it did and you want to support the channel in any way, then please like the video and subscribe for more guides in the future. On screen is my Twitch, where I do regular streams and play-alongs. Thanks for watching.